Yo, what is up? It is your boy RJ in another building, and today we are doing a different kind of video where I kind of walk you lot through how to warm up before getting into a game. Now, I do think that is really important for anyone who plans on playing this game competitively or seriously or at a high level, to definitely warm up before you play any game. Like, it doesn't really matter what game you play, whether it's a fighting game or shooting game. Like in a shooting game, you tend to, practice your aim. In a fighting game, you'll practice your execution. So in Storm, it makes sense that you also need to practice as well. That's how you become more consistent in your games. Like for example, you never had that time where you're playing a match and you do something that you could always do and it's really easy, but then you mess it up over and over and you're thinking what is going on. It's because you haven't like warmed up. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just walk you guys through the warm up process that I do. Obviously, I don't play competitive anymore, but when I was, this is basically the warm up process that I did as well. So if it helps you, you can go into free battle and do it alongside me, and every time you do it, feel free to play it as well. So you can do it along with me, or you can do it whenever you want. But it's a good idea, anyways. So without further ado, road to 1K by the end of the month. Let's get into it. So first things first is I always go over my fundamentals. So what I do is I practice my dash cancelling at first. So what I will do is I'll constantly dash and I'll try and stop as close to the opponent as usual. I'll do it from all ranges, I'll do it from close. So I kind of start up close, I'll do one dash up close. That's how you know I've not warmed up. One dash up close, then I'll walk a bit further, I'll do another dash, then I'll walk a bit further again, I'll do another dash, go a bit further out, another dash, and if I'm too far, I'll go back to that distance. Oops, okay, I went to forward dash, and I'll see how close I can get basically. And I'll do this a few times as well. Sometimes I do it 5 times, sometimes I do it 10 times. Depends how I do. Like if I feel good that day, then I'll do it less. If I feel like, oh yo, I'm playing kind of bad, then I'll come here do it. That's another thing as well. If you feel like you've had to play, you just feel like your execution's off, then you can even just do this straight after as well, and it should warm you right up again. I'll also then do it with spark dashes as well from all ranges, just to get it in, just to get it down. From all ranges, I'll just do a little spark dash and get in real close. I'll do the same thing with charge dashes. If you can't do this, then it just means that you need to practice doing this basically. Just practice doing this, getting real close. And what this will help you do is that when you are dashing with all your dashes, because once the aim of this is when you dash stop, you can go straight for pressure, and you'll do this. Once you get that done, you can do it with double dashing as well. All the dashes, however you want to do it, because obviously you're going to be doing this in games a lot, right? You're going to be dashing and stopping in front of the guard to get that pressure down basically. So you're constantly going to need to do this at all ranges as well. You could do it with a jutsu if you want, so you can do like a jutsu switch into it. I'm not using my cheeky jutsu just because you can't see. So that's basically what I'll do. Then if you realize I have them on guard, I'll kind of do a dash cut in the middle of a combo until I break the guard, and I'll let go and I'll go again. What this will do, because again you're going to be using those little precise dash dots, it will help with that you need to do. Obviously depending on how big or small the character is, like for example Pain's one in his whole up combo, I'm just going to do his grab just to get him out of the corner. But in Pain's one, his gap in his combo is pretty big, so because it's pretty big, it's a lot easier, you got all that space to work with a dash dot. But if you do play Pain as well, boom, you can even get it in after the forfeit as well, just for that little size comparison as well. So if you're someone who's not good at this, you can go for a character like Pain, where he has all of this space to do it from, and then if you get better, this one over here. And if you're super advanced, then you're really good at it, and then you can go to someone like Momoshiki, or even store through Madara Circus third hit, and you can even do a little tiny one right here. Again, this is the one that I need to definitely warm up on, just because I'm pretty good at dash dots initially, and I don't really mess this up too much either, because obviously I do this all the time, but there are times where I will mess it up as well. You even see me doing this in matches, basically. So this is a good way to practice your dash stops in the neutral, and then your dash stops in combos as well. And then once you get it down, you can do it a few times. Again, I aim to do it until I break the guard a few times, and I do that like 5 times, and then that's basically how I practice my dash stopping. So then what I will do from here is I'll go over my hollow stepping, and I'll kind of hollow step in every direction: up, down, diagonal, left, right. I'll go through it all after one hit. I'll do one circle, and then I'll go from here. If you can't hollow step, I do have a step-by-step hollow step guide, which I will put in the description as well, if you can't hollow step. But if you can hollow step, this is a good way to practice it, because if you go in different directions, so I like to go in a square, so up, left, oops, see, even I'm messing up now, and I don't even usually mess them up, right? But I usually go in a square, because it makes it so you have to find that sweet spot a lot faster. Because if you go in one direction, you can just hold down log stick there and just press circle and X, and it's really easy, like if you just go in one direction all the time. So you want to make sure that you're going in different directions each time, so you're just constantly moving in any direction. Like I said, I tend to go in the square, sometimes I'll go in the hexagon, you know, but that's what I tend to do as well. If you mess it up, it's fine. Like you said, you're warming up. Like even mine, I would say that my hollow steps are pretty consistent, but I'm even messing up as well, and that's just because I literally just jumped on right now, so I am not warmed up basically. So, but usually my hollow steps are usually pretty good, and that's what I'll do. And then what I'll do is I'll do it in combos against anyone with a pushback. I'll do it in combos. I'll add kunai. I'll add you know, pills like this. You can even jump back in, because you can hollow step it. You can hollow step away and then hollow step back in like this. So like let's say I do a few hits. I can hollow step away, hollow step back in, hollow step away, hollow step back in. Yeah, always for good drills to practice your hollow steps as well. And again, I do that like 5 to 10 times, and then I move on to the next thing. So then what I will do from here is I'll practice my one-hit jutsu buffers. There's multiple ways to do this as well. So how I do it is I do circle, triangle, switch at the same time. So I press circle and then triangle, switch at the same time. That's how I do it. This one is a lot easier to mess up, because it's very easy to chakra save, like I did with Pain. I did chakra save with him right there. But the other way of doing it is just by doing circle and then triangle, circle, and then switching on the second circle. So you can do it that way as well. If that way I think is easier than my way, but my way I feel like I just switch faster to why I do it this way. But I'll do this as well. I'll do this like 20 times as well, just because it will help me. I tend to mess up my one-hit combo buffers, and when I play Momoshiki and Mei, I tend to do my one-hit combo buffers quite a bit for combo reasons. So yeah, I'll tend to just do this every now and then as well. Alright. After that, what I'll do is my grab buffers. So once I did the combo buffers, I'll do my grab buffers. I'm messing up. There you go. Oops. Wow. And how you do this is you press circle and then switch grab. So circle and then you press block attack and then switch at the same time. And that's how you get this out. Again, if you can't do these things, then I can do a guide on it, but it's also not needed. It's just for if you can. If you can't, then you can just skip these parts. It's completely fine. Then mentally, so I believe in obviously benefiting your mental as well as your physical. Mentally, I'll go over all the fundamentals, so stuff I need to do to approach my opponent, you know, from all ranges, go for my instant guard break stuff, you know, I just kind of go from there, like, you know, do stuff like this just to kind of warm my hands up as well. Yeah, so once I get to the point where I've done all that, I kind of just go like this way. You can do like bar everything. You kind of just you just do whatever comes to your brain. Like whatever comes to your brain, just do that. If you get knocked down, do like a setup to a wake up option, because this will help everything. basically, like everything, because it will help your pressure. Once you get knocked down, so once you get in a combo, then you can do a combo, see what you want from there. Like I'll just do like a bunch of stuff. So let's say I do freeze up combo, whoever it is, and then they get knocked down. I'll tend to do something for a wake up option from there, basically, just to keep them pressured. So basically, yeah, so just doing like a bunch of stuff as well tends to help me a lot, and depending on what I'm doing. So it's really useful because you're kind of working, like I said, you're working everything. You're working your pressure, you're working, you know, your execution, being quick. So that's basically what I would do to end it off from there. And then after that, I'll just do stuff like if I plan on labbing, then I'll lab, or if I go in the match, I'll go into a match from there. So that's basically everything that I do regarding warming up. You know, just like a little warm up that I do, and then when I do that, I tend to play better in matches as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys helped. If you try this warm up and it helped you, and you notice that you are being a bit more consistent, then let me know in the comment section down below. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to sub and leave a like and leave a comment. Road to 1K before my birthday on May the 30th. So we'll see if we get there. I've got some mileage to cover. So peace, sayonara, and adios.